So yeah, so one of the things that is our major custom is that when students pay, right, we treat it like an institution, right? In the sense that when students pay, we try as much as possible to give to them what we call a welcome address call. So the primary purpose of that is, the way institutions behave, right? When you gain admission into an institution, that is for those people that are students, right? You know that the first thing you would do is that there's something called a matriculation, where you are told about the norms, the mode of operation of how the school works. So yeah, so the reason why we always have a welcome address before any other thing, right, is because we want to try as much as possible to make everyone who is a part of us to understand how we do things here. So first thing first, I always want to give a disclaimer, right? And one of the disclaimer I want to give is that number one, I don't sell dreams to people. I will never sell a dream to anybody. I would not, I would not try to get people to join the academy or my academy with a lifestyle. I'm not going to fake any results. I'm not going to fake a lifestyle by posting cars, posting houses, as much as those things are good. But the reason why many of you, right, you people might not, the 13 people on this call and others who will catch up with the recording, you guys might not be those, you might not be part of those people, right? But one of the things I've found out from research and personal studies is that the reason why many people find it difficult in their trading journey and career, to make reasonable progress in reasonable time, right? To make progress in reasonable time is because many of them have been sold a dream. They've been sold a facade, right? Based on what they have seen on Instagram, based on what they have seen on Twitter, only for them to come to learn Forex, to start Forex. And for the first 2 years, or the first 1 year, or the first 1 year, 6 months, what they were seeing on, what they were actually seeing on social media is completely different from the experience they are having on the chat, right? So, but what I want to tell you is, one thing I want to assure you, and I'm going to tell you that on 100% for everybody who's on this call, is that number one, the first disclaimer is I don't sell dreams to anybody, right? If you desire to become a profitable trader, your work ethics, right, must coexist with the desired results that you want, with the results you want to see in your, so you must have a solid work ethics. You don't have any business complaining, right? Like, oh, I don't have time, I close from work late. Okay, if you go to work by 9 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning and you come back by 10, right? What about just dedicating, you come back by 10, you start to study by 12 to 2 a.m., right? Why not show up every 12 to 2 a.m. to study, right? Back test, journal. Why not dedicate the first 2 hours upon getting home, right? There's no excuse. But if you look for excuse, you're going to find one. So that is the first disclaimer. I will never sell a dream to anybody. And number two, what I want people to always understand is that what I teach, right, I can say it anywhere in the world, right? You can go on Twitter, you can go on Twitter, you can see, in fact, many people are beginning to realize, I mean, there are people who are even in our free Telegram channel, right, that I can boldly say this anywhere, that there are people who are in our free Telegram channel, they can't say it out, right? But I see their chats and I know that, see, this is it. Many of them even came to my DM and was like, bro, but they can't put it out there because many of them are trying to maintain the status or maybe Dolo. I mean, I'm not after status. I hardly post on Twitter. The only time I post is maybe I post on our free Telegram channel. I do a market commentary. I post on my WhatsApp status. I don't do all those Idolo thing, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if social media is not there, we're still going to live a peaceable life. Do you understand? So the first thing first I want each and every one of us to understand is that I would never sell a dream to anybody. That is number one. And number two, what I teach, right? I can say it anywhere. Somebody reached out to me today on Telegram. The guy was like, don't you take losses? And I said, I take losses. I said, but all through the month of May, like I can count the number of losses I've taken. I said, the total losses I've taken maybe all through the month of May into June that we just started is not more than 3. I think about 2 to 3 losses that I've taken in total. Mr. Olawale, okay, you want to say something? You're raising up your hand. Mr. Olawale, you want to say something?
No. I'm just greeting you. No.
Okay. 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 So he reached out to me and he was like, do I take losses at all? Blah, blah, blah. So I told him that, I said, the total losses I've taken all through May till June is more than, I think, about 2 to 3 losses, right? And one thing about me is I don't over trade. So in a week, right, just to tell you the way I trade, right, there are guys that I know that they learned from me. You can see them on Twitter, like FX Lord, Trade, FX Lord. There's another one, Optimus, Mario, Schofield. You know, many of these guys trade almost every day. Like somebody like me, I just take 2 to 3 trades a week. I can take
I
one
was
on.
saying that was it based?
Please, can you turn off your video and your mic? So somebody like me, I take only 3 trades a week. I could take one on Monday. I can take one on Monday, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, depending on market condition. And I'm done. Thursday and Friday, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just doing market commentaries, catching up with one-on-one sessions with, private mentorship students, doing public mentorship commentaries, answering questions in my DM, trying to reply messages, right? Because that is the freedom actually that we're actually looking for. So I don't overtrade. So it is very easy. There's somebody I used to love and admire in the trading industry called Sammy Matt. I have never learned from him, but I have a friend who paid to him. And in one of their lectures, Sammy Matt showed them a particular video of an account. He showed them an account that he has been trading for 5 years, 5 good years. He trades only GBP and USD JPY on that account. And Sammy Matt has not taken a loss. I'm not even joking. He has not taken one single loss on that account. And this person that's paid to the, many of us might not know him. He's one of my very close friends. His name is Charles Oluchuku, right? He paid for his, mentorship and all. And he showed them all of these things. So I'm not trying to say, and the reason that account that Sammy Matt showed them was just an account for, maybe you have an investor, right? Because the first investor I ever had, well, we still share mutual relationship, right? The first investor I ever had, it was through being able to keep a track record of all my trades. The man is an Indian, right? And we've had and built solid relationships together, right? I was just in a Telegram group, like everybody's in my Telegram channel, right? But this one, the only difference was that the Telegram channel was accessible. People could talk, people could chat. Then he came up one day and said, I'm building an hedge fund and we're looking for traders that can manage funds. I reached out to him and he was like, show me what you have done. I showed him my first ever prop firm certificate. I showed him my statistics, my win rate, showed him my live account. Then what I used to do is that if I pass phase one of every prop firm, I do a screen record of it. I will always do a screen record of all my trades taken. I sent him the 2 screen records for the phase 1 and phase 2 when it was passed. I sent him my dashboard link. I sent him my certificate, sent him everything. And that was how we started. He started with me with $500. I did 20% in, I think, a week and a few days. It moved me to $5,000. Then from $5,000, we moved to 10,000. From 10,000, we moved to 15,000. Life money. This is not even prop firm. Life money, raw zero spread account on Xness. Do you understand? So I'm trying to let you know. I'm trying to build it into your subconscious, and I'm trying to tell you this is not even. I'm not trying to sell to you anything, but I'm trying to tell you that what I teach works like mad. Let me borrow me. I'm a believer. I'm not supposed to use that kind of word, but in this type of situation, just allow me use it. What I teach works crazily, and it has to be simple. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be. You don't need names. You don't need them big names, right? And the third disclaimer I want to put out is that your success solely depends on you. I will play my own part, right? I will teach you everything that you need to know, right? I responded to one of our guys' tweets yesterday night, and I was like, if I was supposed to take a setup, if I'm supposed to trade one setup for the rest of my life, this is the particular setup I'm going to trade. But, I put it out there, but not everybody would understand the logic behind the trade. It is that same setup I was talking about on his tweet yesterday that I used to catch. I shared this trade with one of my role model, one of the guys I love so much in the trading industry, right? As at last year, the total amount he grossed as a profit throughout last year in trading and everything was over 400 million, right? His name is Kelvin King, right? He's one of my closest. I don't want to call him a friend because I don't want to bring familiarity into this. He's one of my closest mentor, somebody that I love and like a role model to me, right? So the 2 trades we took today, I shared the 2 trades with him. Why? Because it was from the same model. I said, if I'm supposed to trade one model for the rest of my life, this is the model I'm going to trade. And it has a very simple logic. Funny enough, We took the two trades together, Euro NZD and GBP USD. This is GBP USD from here. It was a zero drawdown trade. The trade is still even running. And this is the Euro NZD. Let me show you guys. It's from Rwanda. Yes, the data feed was from Rwanda. So look at it. Okay, yeah. So look at it. So can you see how, right? Rwanda didn't feel it, but you can see from here, you know, this was it. If you check the free Telegram channel, you'll see where I shared it with him, right? We're going to sell from here. So he sold at this particular liquidity point, right? And this is just one model that I know that if I want to trade just one model for the rest of my life, this is the model I'm going to trade, right? And these are things that I'm going to teach you, right? I'm going to show each and every one of you. I will show you the logic behind it. I will explain everything to you. The only thing I need you to do for me, right, is number one, show up in classes. Number two, study the videos. Don't watch them like Netflix, right? Don't watch them like Netflix. You will do yourself a disservice, right? If you paid the money, if you paid for this, study the videos, come to my DM, right? Message me, sir, I don't understand this, right? You are entitled to my time. You are entitled to you are entitled to a one-on-one session once a week. If we start and you say, sir, I don't understand this particular thing, we'll fix a time. We'll fix 30 minutes or 1 hour. We'll get on a call, you and I. It doesn't have to be a group call. We'll agree on a time and in a day. We'll jump on a call. We will look at this in-depthly, right? Watching a video once is not enough to say you already understood it. You have to watch it over and over and over and over again. There's a guy currently, his name is Gala. That's his nickname. You will see him on Twitter, you see him everywhere. I post his results. He's one of my students as well, right? He said the only movie he watched that since the month of May, from the beginning of May to date, the only thing he watched is my video, right? He watches them like he's watching a movie, and he watches them every day when he wakes up and he goes to bed. And the guy is already funded already. He's funded already. Just by the simple logic, oh, this is how it should be. No, next time, do it like this. Does it take losses? Yes, it takes losses, right? But he's funded already. Do you understand, right? So the guy who asked me today and was like, oh, do you take losses at all? I explained things to him and I told him, go to the Telegram channel. If we end this call, you guys, go to the Telegram channel. I have a particular student early last month, he passed a Marvin account with 100% win rate. 100% win rate. There was no single loss on it. Why? Just simple explanations, simple instructions. So I said that to say this, which is the third disclaimer I'm trying to bring across to you guys, that you must roll up your sleeves to work. I'll play my own part, but you have to play your own part as well, right? You have to play your own part. You have to show up in classes. You have to download the videos. You have to cut out distractions, right? You have to cut out I can't remember the last time I sat in front of a television, to watch TV. It's not like I have TV. It's not like I don't like all those things, but I have lost appetite for many of these things. It's not like I'm trying to be a superhuman. No, it's not about that. Do I have fun? Yes, I have fun. There are other things I do for fun, but I don't, if I'm trying to get something in life, if I'm trying to get ahead or do something, there are certain things I have to sacrifice, right? I just have to sacrifice certain things, right? I can't remember the last time I sat down to watch TV, right? On a lot of those things, but I do other things for fun. Some weekends, maybe on a Saturday, I could step out, I could go somewhere, I could just go do something else, just something away from the chat and come back refreshed so that I don't start the week, tired and exhausted. So all I'm trying to say, which is the third disclosure, is that you have to roll off your sleeves to work, study, and the experience is not going to come from watching the videos. Let me just bring that. The experience you want is not going to come from watching the videos. The experience is going to come from constantly going to the chat. You will take losses. You will take wins. You will go back. You will go back. You will go back. You will constantly go back to the losses. You will journal. Dixon, I don't know if Dixon is on this call. I don't know what Dixon trading was like before he came to me. Dixon is on this call, but I've seen his growth. The first week that Dixon even joined, he had about 3 to 4 TPs hits within that same week, right? Has he taken losses over time since then? Yes, he has taken losses, right? But so what I'm trying to say is, I'll allow Dixon speak. Let him just share his experience with us, right? So what I'm trying to say is this. I don't know you. I've never met you before. And I don't know, and the reason why I'm saying these two things that I don't know you have never mentioned before is because I don't know how well you follow instructions, right? There are many of you, you are learning here, but you will still be going to YouTube to learn. You are not going to, you are doing yourself a great disservice, not me, right? Because everything I'm showing to you, I mean, from the free Telegram channel, most of the results you see there are from private mentorship students. Many of them are for even, there are even people that are not even in the mentorship that they even pay, that they are just using only the information from the free Telegram to pass prop firms, right? To pass prop firms. It's just like that. You know, people who don't have the money to pay, but they say, okay, I will make do with what I have. So how much more you that you're in the private mentorship, right? Are you just going to sit and relax and just say, let me just do what needs to be done, right? No. So I don't know you. I don't know. I've never met you before, and I don't know how well you follow instructions. I don't know how, if you follow simple instructions. But if you're a type of person that if I say this is how you should be done, do A, B, C. When the market does A, B, C, you should do X, Y, Z, right? And you follow those simple instructions. Over time, you will see your growth, right? Your growth curve is going to change. Like it's going to change amazingly. You are really going to see it, right? You are really going to see it in your chatting, in the way you look at the market. But if you're the type of person that you are in so many, see, if I show you my Telegram channel, I'm not in any trading group anymore. At some point in my journey, I had to remove myself and I had to give myself a laser focus. When I found out that this is what I wanted to be doing, this is how I wanted to be viewing the market, I had to remove myself from so many groups. I don't care. I had to both the ones I even paid for, the ones I joined, maybe they just added me voluntarily or something. I had to remove myself. I don't need an excuse, right? Because I needed to focus. I needed to give myself that laser focus, put in that work, right? Because the trading is a solo game. And I try to make every student understand that trading is a solo game. Let me tell you something. Dixon that you are seeing posting charts every day, even on weekend, is doing synthetics and crypto. Weekdays is doing forex. As you see Dixon posting all of these things, a time will come when Dixon gets married. He might not be posting anymore. Dixon might be on a vacation with his wife or his girlfriend. Maybe he's not married, but he's on a vacation to Maldives or Mauritius or somewhere, with his babe, and he might not have that time because now this one is family time. Sometimes he could be with himself and his mom or his dad, his brothers, his siblings. They're on a vacation to maybe a West African country or one place. Maybe they're in Nairobi, Kenya. You can't expect him to be on vacation with his family and still be dropping chats. It's not possible, right? So it's a solo game. At the beginning, when we start, each and every one of us will run together. But over time, as we begin to advance in our journey, we'll see that, oh, somebody says Zanzibar. Amazing, amazing, right? So all I'm trying to say is that if you put in the work, I bet you, see, I promise you, I'm telling you, I'm beating my chest and I'm telling you that if you put in this work and you follow simple instructions, you show up in class, all the things you just need to do is, let me state them out. Number one, show up. Number two, study. So when we say study, you back test, you forward test, and you watch all the videos and you take notes. Number three, follow instructions. Follow instructions and journal, right? If you do all these things, I'm telling you, you will see your own progress. You will see your own progress. It's up to you. Me, I assure you, I'll play my part. If you need, we had to stop because we wanted to take some new intakes. I was already moving on with Dixon and others. I had to delete most of the videos because now that we have a set of new people that has joined us, I'll be taking everybody from scratch. I'll show us the logic behind that one trade setup. If I'm supposed to trade one setup for the rest of my life, that one setup, I'll show us the logic behind how it is, how it works and everything. Do you understand? Right? So these are all the things you are going to learn. It's going to be as simple as possible. It's going to be as simple as possible. So, but if you are here, you are still, I learned from ICT. I'm not discrediting ICT. ICT is a great mentor. I learned from him. Most of the things I know today that I have been able to simplify my trading, I learned from him and I give him the credit. But if you are here, you are still going to study ICT, I will play my own part. I will even ask you. I won't ask you because I've seen a student like that. The guy came, he paid for mentorship, he would attend classes. Then one day, he bought a prop firm account and the first trade he took was an over leveraged trade. And I told him, send me your chart. because the trade took his account to draw down. So I think after 2-3 trades, he was almost about to lose the account. Then he reached out to me and said, "Sir, he's about to lose a prop firm account." I said, "Okay, let me see all the trades you've taken." He showed me. I said, "Send me all the charts, the before and the after. Let me see. Let's know where things have gone wrong." When this guy sent it to me, you won't believe this guy was using an indicator to trade, yet he was coming to class. Yet he was coming and attending the Zoom sessions. He was using indicator. I didn't even answer him again. Till date, I did not answer him again. I didn't answer him again. I mean, there was no point. It was just as if I was wasting my time, right? I didn't answer him again. But if you follow simple instructions, if you show up daily, don't trade demo accounts for long, right? There is a promo that is coming up by Funded Nation. In fact, there are small accounts as small as maybe $10, $19 from Marvin. Marvin has a $2,000 account that goes for maybe, I think, $5 or $6, right? The moment you see that you have started learning and you are having a grasp of the entire concept, right? Go and get a small account. Practice it there. It might not be a prop firm. So what you might just do is, for you, it might just be $120. Just use a broker, deposit $20 life account, and you can just be using 0.05 lot size. Watch how you are going to flip that money. Watch how long it's going to take you to grow the account, right? How long it's going to take you to grow the account from 20 to 40, from 40 to 60, from 60 to 80. And I've said it before, right? I've said it in the free Telegram channel. All you need is one model, increased risk, and a repeated process. Somebody came to me and said, what do I mean by increased risk? What I mean is by increased risk is that if as much as your equity continues to increase, if you started trading with 0.01 lot size and you are repeating the same process, you're using the same model, that's a time will come that you will not use 0.01 anymore. Your risk appetite is going to increase because your equity is also increasing because you are using one similar model. Do you understand now? Right? So your equity is always going to increase. As your equity increases, your risk also increases as well. Do you understand what that means now? So your risk increases. And as your risk increases, you are repeating the same process. So you move from 0.01, you move to 0.10. As your risk continues to increase, as your equity increases, repeating the same model, your risk is now going to move from 0.10, is going to move to one lot size. From one lot size, you see yourself trading a 50K live funded account. You are now doing 3 lots, you are doing 5 lots. So what did the heavy lifting? What did the heavy lifting was that you were trading just one simple model, you were repeating the same process, and the major thing that did the heavy lifting was the increased risk. And you subjected your increased risk to only 2 things, your model and repetitive process. So a proof that you understand something is that you'll be able to repeat it steadily. I mean, you'll be able to do it steadily. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So we have about 7 minutes more. I want Dixon to speak. There are a lot of them. Dixon, Bello, Latif. Dixon, are you on the call? You can unmute your mic. Tell us, for the few days or weeks that we've been together, what has your experience been like? Dixon, you can unmute your mic so we can give questions for people, right?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, everyone, and happy new month.
Thank you.
Okay, my own contribution to what you said is, I won't lie, before I paid for the class, actually, I was on the free Telegram channel.
Okay.
I'm the kind of guy who taught himself trading. I never had a mentor, never had an opportunity to pay for class, but I've always wanted to learn that concept, but his own price was $200. It was Kelvin King on Twitter who mentioned, is it Emmanuel Babatunde, something like that. He
Emmanuel
mentioned some
Babalola.
other persons that these are, yes, exactly. And they mentioned some other accounts that, okay, these are the people that if you don't have money, you can go to their Telegram and you start watching their videos and etc. So I don't know if I was there, I was led by the spirit and I came into your own directly and I saw you had your Telegram link. So that was when I started watching yours and started developing myself with just only your free Telegram videos. And I said, no, I don't think. And most of your videos, you'll be like, hey, okay, some of these things, I can't spit them out or I can't spill them out. They are the private students. And so I said, no, I have to pay for this class. I've told you now, I'm no longer working. I was working because of the stress and all that. But is it that before I paid for the class, I was even building up myself. The only problem I was having was about journaling. I don't know how to journal traits, and of which you cleared me that this is how it's going to be, and this is how I'm going to journal my traits. I'm very, very grateful, not gonna lie. And the concept works on everything, on every single thing. I'm also in sketch group. I was also in the group, but I had to just remove myself so I can focus more on it. I think growth, growth is always constant, and change
Yes.
begins with us, because because our mindset, especially our mindset, is what is always limiting us from achieving some kind of dreams we have in our life. And
Yes.
funny enough, the Maldives that you mentioned and you said Dixon will go to Maldives is one of the countries I've always wanted to visit. So you
And you will
saying it,
go.
I'm just
No,
calling
you will go. I
it.
promise
Amen.
you. You will go. It's a
Very, very
promise.
sure of it. I'm even planning to come to Abuja to just, maybe I should just meet up with you. I think you're in Abuja or Lagos also.
I'm in Lagos.
That I had to delete my WhatsApp, delete my Telegram, sorry, my Instagram and every other social media. I'm just left with Telegram for now. So I just said, let me build and work on myself. So thank you, Stafford. Thank you for this opportunity to have me. I'm very, very excited. And let's welcome every one of us, and with love and
Amazing. Amazing.
passion. For those of us who can't reach out to Stafford, maybe you think he's busy, and so you can at least meet some of us that we at least we are in the same group, and you can meet at least one of us, or those of us who are free that can help. So thank you, Stafford. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes, don't worry, everything. Somebody said teach us how to journal. The way I did it for Dixon, it's going to be a general course. It's part of the curriculum, right? So Dixon, me, I'm assuring you, right? And I'm telling you with full confidence that that's your trip to Maldives. It is going to happen. I mean, I'm assuring you it is going to happen, right? You see it happen. So it's not a cliche word. I'm assuring you that it's going to happen, right? Just roll your sleeves, put in the work, and let just watch the magic happen itself, right? It's an assurance. So I want to give room for questions and answers to people, but we have 3 minutes more on this Zoom. So I'm going to send another link now. I will end this call now, send another link so we can have time for questions and answers. Then we'll now finalize the call with our days for our training, which is going to be Monday, Tuesday. So I want to send another link now so we can leave this one. So let me send another link immediately.